Oh yeah, my amigos. Welcome back to the channel, my friends. You guys are looking sharp. Here we go, my friends. This is the Hmong Invitational. This happened in early January. This is hole one, par four, 408 yards. This is a $100 buy-in tournament. Okay, so I hooked that one a little bit. I was the host or the co-host of this tournament, so I was trying to organize some things, trying to tell people about ground under repair and how to play it out of bunkers. I yanked my first one, hit a provisional, and now I have my 7-iron right here. I'm in a really bad spot. Here's the diagram. You can see where I was. Okay, so I just used a 7-iron right there, put a little bit of loft on it, and just punched it out to get it back into play. And that was pretty good. And then I had 96 right here, so I went with my 54-degree wedge. Okay, came up significantly short. I should have gone with my 46-degree wedge. Went aggressively, tried to go over the pin, but that's okay. That's okay. A little bit of a mistake. And I had maybe about 25 feet right here. I thought this was going to stay straight, and wow, look at that thing turn. Okay, so I made it more difficult than what I needed. That was my par putt, and now this is my bogey putt. I've got maybe about 5 feet. All right, that's a good save. So this is a $100 buy-in tournament. I think it was gonna pay 4 spots. There was 12 of us. This is hole 2, par 5, 507 yards. Okay, and then that left me with my 3-wood right there in my hands. You can see how much I'm choking up. This ball is significantly above my feet. I had about 247 in, I believe. Pin was in the front, and that gave me a good shot. And this is just a eagle opportunity right here. Look at that jump. But I put a pretty good putt on that. I gave it an opportunity. That was just below the pin, but it leaves me maybe about 2 feet for birdie. This is to scratch off that bogey. And that's nice. That's a birdie. Very nice, my friends. Let's keep going. All right, this is hole 3. It was playing 154 yards. I probably went with my 7-iron, backed off just a little bit. I should have gone with my 6-iron because this pin is all the way in the back. But this leaves me an okay birdie opportunity. It's just uphill and from right to left. All right, so I gotta put a good touch on that. Oh, just slipped out. Just slipped out. That would have been a great birdie right there. Probably a skin. Okay, so that left me with about maybe a foot and a half for par. All right. It's a $100 buy-in. 40 of that would go to the first place. 20 would go to first place in the front 9, 20 would go to the back 9, and then 20 for skins. All right, let's keep going. This is hole number 4. It was playing 331 yards on this day. I went aggressively over these trees. Hit a pretty good shot. Left me a really good vantage point into the green. And then that left me with 105 yards approximately. I went with my 46-degree wedge, and it was a little bit too much. Okay, so now I'm putting back towards the pin. I went a little bit long. But this is just going to go from left to right if you're looking at my spot.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so close. Putting was sharp. My lag putting was pretty good. I was happy with that. Aside from the first hole, and that's for par right there. Nice. I'm in with the par. Still even, my friends. That's nice. Pretty good. Here we go. Hole number 5. This was playing 198 yards. I went with my 5-wood. I just backed off, but I backed off too much. I ended up punching up onto the green, which I missed my shot, and then that was for par right there. And I just lipped out. That would have been a good up and down, but that's not good enough. All right, so now I'm 1 over. Here we go, my friends. This is playing 533 yards. It's a par 5. It's hole number 6. Okay, I'm just aiming at those 3 pine trees right there, right in the middle. And I missed my spot just a little bit, but I still left myself in a good spot. Just put it in the middle. And then that left me with 227 in. I went aggressively right there with my 5-wood. Unfortunately, I came up just a little bit short. Put it in this bunker, and now this is for eagle. Okay, I used my 54-degree wedge. It was probably a little bit too aggressive, but I wanted to make sure that I went long. And then that leaves me with a maybe 8-foot, 9-foot birdie opportunity. Oh, just above the pin. That was a good. It was a good try. It was just a little bit higher than what I needed it. And now this is for par right here. Okay, that's a good par. Pretty good. Pretty good. Here we go. Hole number 7. This was playing 368 yards. Went with my driver. Was trying to hit a fade. Nice and easy. Pretty easy shot. Put it in the middle. Good shot. And then that left me, pin was all the way in the back. So that looks like my 46-degree. I put it on the pin, but I just left it a little bit low, and then that left me with maybe about a 12-footer for birdie. No bueno, no bueno. That's a par. All right, so holding on. Not too bad, but I do need some birdies because somebody in my group had 3 birdies, so they... Okay, so I hit a good shot. I went right in the middle. This is hole number 8. It was playing 361 yards. Put it in a good spot. Big drive. And then I went with my 46-degree wedge. I probably had about 109 in. And this is for birdie right here, about 25 feet. Okay, lagged it pretty good, but that was definitely below the pin. And it left me with about 2 feet for par. Here we go. 2 feet for par. All right, so that's good. Still 1 over, my friends. Still 1 over. Let's keep going. This is hole number 9. All right, and it was playing 427 yards. I was 1 behind the leader. The guy that was leading was at even at the moment. So I was just 1 behind him. If I could just birdie, that'd be great. I put it in the middle, hit a nice shot, and then that left me with 180. I went with my 6-iron. Okay, and I came up just a little bit short of where I wanted to hit on the green. Just a little short, but it's a puttable. Chances are I'm not going to get a birdie because this is not an ideal spot. I'm just off the green. I'm going uphill, and it's going to go from my vantage point. It's going to go from right to left. Okay, so I did. I put a pretty good putt on that, but I came up just a little bit short to about 2 feet, and this is going to be for par. So not bad, my friends. I am 1 over at the moment. All I have to do is drain this. The leader is just 1 stroke ahead of me, so sitting in a pretty good spot. I had a bunch of side games on this day, probably about 4 different side games, plus the $100 buy-in, and And that's a par. That's very nice. That's a nice, solid side. Stay tuned. I want to split these up a little bit because I've got so much competition footage to show you, and I don't want to burn you out because it all starts to look the same. So stay tuned. Maybe I'll throw in a news story here and there in the mix just to, have a little variety. But thanks for tuning in. I'll see you soon. Oh yeah, 37 on this side.